You guys, Jesus doesn't do things, God doesn't do things by mistake. Think about when Jesus was carrying his cross after being beaten and in a weakened state to Golgotha. He couldn't make it all the way. And so they recruited a man, Simon, who was passing by to carry his cross for Jesus. Think about that for a second. What were the teachings of Jesus? Before he went to the cross, part of the gospel is that his teachings must have been finished. He said, I've finished saying what you've said. Then he went to the cross and said, it is finished. So the complete gospel is the words of Jesus and the actions on the cross. But Jesus didn't and couldn't carry his own cross, and that's not an accident. There's something going on there that we need to grasp. And I believe it's tied directly to the teachings of Jesus. And Jesus told us specifically to pick up our cross and follow him. And we see this symbolically, literally, a man picking up the cross and following Jesus on the day that he was crucified, signaling, I think, pointing to the teachings of Jesus. It's not that we assist the work on the cross. That's not the point here. The point is we have to listen to what Jesus says, because that's how grace saves us. And Jesus said, through the grace of his word, into our ears, pick up your cross and follow me. So when we pick up our cross and follow Jesus, it is not a work that has been originated within the man. It is the reaction of hearing what Jesus has commanded and responding by faith to those words. And so God has shown us by Simon carrying the cross of Jesus that we actually are part of, not originating and not of ourselves, but we are part. He's invited us to partake in the salvation process. But you have to understand, this can be misunderstood. Man cannot save himself. It's not man's working himself to heaven by any means. It is literally the demonstration and manifestation of what God really wants to see in our faith. He wants to see that in our faith, that we are picking up our cross and we are following the Son of God. Keep that in mind. I love you guys. I hope that makes sense. Peace.